Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Good evening. We are, how would you describe our state right now?
Very busy.
We're very busy
know.
and a little bit stressed out and tired, but I put on this red shirt to wake us up.
Great.
So that every time we look at ourselves on the screen, we will be...
It's very bright.
It's very bright and it is ridiculous. And so that's what's going to keep us awake through the session, in addition to some great music, which is coming up. As usual, while people are signing in, I've noticed that people arrive late to the session, just like they do
Just like the real session.
in real life. So let me chat for a moment while people are signing on here, because we might have some people from Scotland who have not been here before. They're going to be really confused throughout the show about what's going on.
Yeah.
But anyways, if you're new, the usual things that I say at this time are, if you want some more information about what's going on, you can go down in the description below the video, and there's lots of things. I just added some links just before we started, because there's a whole bunch of cool stuff coming up, which is the reason we're stressed out and tired, but also it's really cool stuff that's coming up. So the links for all of that is, I'm going to talk about it later, and they're down in the description as well. The link to our website where you can find the upcoming schedule for the session is down there, and pretty importantly, the mailing list links are down there.
Yes.
And the reason that is important is because sometimes things change at the last minute, and we like to keep people updated so that you aren't surprised or don't miss things. For example, I will mention this a few times tonight just so people know, we are taking the next session, which is Monday, off. This is the first session that we've taken off in 3 months of doing twice a week sessions. And the reason is because we've got some giant projects coming up, and also we're exhausted. I don't think we're actually going to get to rest, but we will...
No, it's more like just extra project time.
It's extra project time. If you were excited about the Yanks, which we were, of course, that's Isaac Alderson and his gang. They're still coming to the session, but they've just been moved a little later. They're going to come on June 29th. So mark your calendars for that. It will be great. That's going to be the most guest artists we've had on.
Yeah, what is it? It's going to be 5, right?
Yeah, because it's the Yanks, the usual 4 Yanks plus Josh Dukes. So anyways, do not come to the session on Monday. Go do something else fun, like practice your instruments.
Watch one of the old archive sessions.
Yes, you can watch the old ones, or just go outside and enjoy the weather, something like that. But we will be back the following Thursday, 1 week from tonight. I'm going to go over all of that. So anyways, the mailing list is down there. Get on the mailing list so we can keep you updated. What else? I think that's it in terms of scheduling. Oh, yeah, when we come back on Thursday, it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be Pat Mangan from Riverdance. So it'll be good. You have 1 week to get ready for next week's session. So let's get started off here with a few tunes. Now tonight we have Scottish musicians. This is the second of the 2 Scottish sessions that were organized and curated by Alasdair White, who does live here in New York and is a normal Mario's leader, but is from Scotland, of course. So this is the second of the 2. We are going to play some Irish tunes. Well, the first one's not Irish, but... True. We're going to play some tunes to get you started. In case you're a normal Irish session player, you can get warmed up here, just in case you don't know so many of the tunes that will be happening tonight. So, first tune is an old Scottish song, and I teach this as a beginner tune, and I love it. It's got a gorgeous melody. Now, it became really famous recently because it became the theme song for a famous TV show. Now, I just want to note that that's not the reason we're playing it. It is a great song and melody and tune on its own. I do have to say that I like the TV show. Do you know what TV show I'm talking about?
No.
It's called Outlander.
Ah.
Yeah. But that's not why we're playing it. We're playing it because it's a great old traditional tune. So we'll start with Skye Boat Song. That's the first one. And then we will go into 2 Irish reels. The first one is the Banshee, and the second one is Mountain Road. So that's our warm-up set for today. I didn't check my tuning. Maybe I should. I haven't played since last session, I think. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're getting the fancy notes started off early in the session tonight. I liked that. That was lovely. It's quite hot.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's getting hot where you guys are, but
Yes, we're warm.
We're warm. We just turned the air conditioner off and it's already roasting. Maybe it's this ridiculous shirt. Maybe
What's ridiculous about that shirt?
Well, it looks like I might start flying at any moment. Like
Indeed,
I could start flapping these. Maybe they're fans.
Well, I'll just do this.
Oh,
for the entire
that
session.
actually helps quite a bit.
That's
Thank
good,
you. Okay, anyways, let's get serious. I forgot to say in the introduction, when we had our last session, our website went down for almost exactly the same time as the session.
Bad.
It was like 7:30 to 9:30 that all Squarespace websites were down in the world, like 1 million sites.
Yeah, it's totally absurd.
It was absurd. Anyways, the link, the website is back as of now, although I guess I probably shouldn't say that because maybe it'll go down again. But for now, it's up there above Chris's head, the normal website. Yes, so if you do have a few bucks you can spare to put into the virtual contribution box on Chris's head, that allows us to pay our leaders and special guests for the night. And as usual, we appreciate anything that you can give. Speaking of special guests, we do have a couple of them. The theme tonight is, as you might have guessed from my first tune there, oceans and waterways. And our two guests are, we've been referring to them as the Ewans, because we have Ewen Henderson and Ewan MacPherson. And they're spelled E-W-A-N and E-W-E-N.
That's how you tell them apart.
That's how you tell them apart.
Right.
I'm not actually sure if it's supposed to sound a little bit differently. Alasdair is in the comments, so Alasdair, please let us know if there's a slight difference in how their first names are said. But anyways, we're really excited to have these guys. We have never met them, like many of our guests now, but we're really honored that they're on the session tonight, and we hope to play with them in person someday. But for now, let's go hear their first set of tunes that they have prepared for you.
Hello, Feskerma, good evening, and welcome to tonight's virtual session at Mary O's with myself, Ewen Henderson.
And myself, Ewan MacPherson.
Now, you don't have to be called Ewan to take part in this session, but I can't see it doing any harm. Our theme tonight is oceans and waterways. I've made my initial concession to the theme with this rather fetching Breton fisherman's jumper that I'm wearing, even though, believe it or not, folks, it's actually slightly too warm in Glasgow to be wearing this kind of gear just now, but we'll struggle on. We're going to kick off just now with a couple of 2/4 marches. The first is called the 91st at Modder River, so that's the theme kicking into action already, and the Modder River is in South Africa, and this tune dates back to the Boer War. Then I'm going to carry on with a tune called the Glenfinnan Highland Gathering, and Glenfinnan is a beautiful wee village in the West Highlands of Scotland, nestled on the shores of Loch Shiel. That's right, another body of water, and it's also home to one of my favourite sessions in the world ever, and I can't wait till a time when we're able to do that kind of thing again. So here's a couple of 2/4s here. 1, 2. Thank you.
Woohoo!
All right.
Excellent start.
Nice one, guys.
Have you noticed that a bunch of the fiddle players are wearing, or their fiddles are wearing, scroll jewelry?
Yes, I have noticed that.
It's not just Ewan. Who was the other person? Louise Bicken?
Louise Bicken does that, yeah.
And someone else.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a Scottish thing.
Is it Mari Black did it?
I think maybe.
I forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Toon Supply should produce scroll jewelry.
Yeah, that should be our merch.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Screw t-shirts. Let's make fiddle scroll
I'm
decorations.
sure Anna can get right on that.
Yeah.
To make some stuff. Okay, so a few minutes before we went live, about an hour before we went live, we had a special guest. There's a lot of special guests that have been happening today.
Yes.
Some of them on the session, but we got a message from TJ Keevins that he was wanting to pick up Avocado. Avocado is our pet dinosaur, in case you are new here. And we're going to talk about Avocado in a minute, but he wanted to pick up Avocado to go on a special adventure, which we're not going to say exactly what that is. We hopefully will show some footage of that on the next session. But when TJ came to get Avocado, he brought something to us, which is fries complete with malt vinegar from Mario's, from the real Mario's, which is, of course, still operational, still available for takeout. And are they doing delivery? I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
At
Maybe
least,
like through Caviar or something. But,
yeah, but at least for takeout. And so we got her famous fries, which we're going to eat in a second. And this is the bag that they came in. I wanted to show this because it's great. Okay, it says, Caitlin and Chris, from Bob. Really from Bob. That would be Bob Armistead. So I'm not exactly sure what the logistics were here.
Yeah.
That Mary gave the fries to Bob, who gave them to TJ, and then they came to our house. Unclear, but we're really grateful for the French fries that are sustaining us through this crazy time. Thank you, TJ.
Thanks, TJ.
Thanks, TJ. If you guys come to the real Mario's someday, TJ sometimes buys us all fries, and sometimes Bob buys fries, and sometimes me buys fries, but they're great
There's
fries.
always fries.
There's always fries.
Basically is what we're saying.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to eat those. But first, we're going to get the theme started off early tonight with some pictures of mine relating to the theme. As hopefully you all know, you can send us pictures related to the theme, and we put them on the show. And sometimes we have time to get a few of those on. So if you want to send us pictures, that's at tunes. Sorry, the email address is tunes@tune.supply. So here's a few from me. I have had a long relationship with the ocean. This is me piloting a 130-foot steel brigantine off the coast of Hawaii. I sailed from Tahiti to Hawaii when I was in my early 20s on this boat.
I like your orange Oakleys here. That's very fashionable.
Thank you. There's a lot of fashionable stuff going on here, as you can see. This is that boat. That's my leg. Climbed up into the rigging to take this picture of the boat from the top.
Cool.
Yep. And here's another boat. This is a halibut fishing boat out of, I think, Valdez, Alaska. And of course, I had my violin playing some tunes for the fishes. And let's see, here I am fishing the fishes, waiting for halibut. I don't know if you guys have gone halibut fishing, but it's a workout. And
they're big fish.
They're big and very heavy. The biggest ones are a couple 100 pounds, so that they're kind of fun to fish. Okay, and this is actually these are not in chronological order. This is from before those pictures, and I don't know if you guys recognize these people, but on the right, that's Eamon O'Leary.
Yeah.
And on the left, that's Linda Hickman. Those are two amazing Irish musicians who came out to Alaska. They've gone to Alaska many times, and we went out on Mark Ward's boat, Mark Ward's sailboat. All right, and what else do we have here? Oh, this is from when I spent a summer in the Aleutians doing some research on seabirds and plankton and fur seals. And the reason we look awfully unhappy there is because we were all starting to get sick with the worst sickness I've ever had in my life.
Like food sickness?
We don't know what it was, but we were on a boat when it happened, which is really the worst place to be.
Yeah. Stuck
with other people, throwing up. It was bad. Anyways, so those are some of my pictures of the ocean. I love the ocean. And of course, we actually lived next to the ocean. And I meant to take a picture because we can see the East River from our apartment, but I forgot to take a picture. Oh, I put one on the Tunes Play Facebook the other day, though. So if you want to see it. Okay, so those are my pictures. Enough of that. We are going to have some more pictures from you guys later on, but let's have some more tunes first.
All right.
The Ewans.
Hello everyone, my name's Ewan MacPherson. I play mandolin with Shugle Nifty and I play guitar with Salthouse. It's great to be here on Tune Supply with you. Today I'm going to play, at least remotely, with Ewen Henderson down in Glasgow. Sadly, we can't get together. I'm based up in Inverness and he's down there. But we're going to play two jigs. The first one, in keeping with the nautical theme, is a tune called The Rolling Wave. First heard this tune played by Kevin Burke on his album Portland. And there's also a great version played by Eamon Coyne when he plays with the band Salsa Celtica too, so you should check those out. Then we'll move on to a tune written by Alan MacDonald of the Three Brothers from Glenfinnan in the west coast of Scotland. I'm sure many of you will have heard of him, or at least his tunes. He's a fantastic musician and a prolific tune writer, and this is one of his. It's written for a doctor. The tune's called Dr. Flora MacAulay of Carradale, and Dr. Flora was a GP just south of Glenfinnan in Carradale, funnily enough, and she would head all around the small isles and all around the Outer Hebrides working as a doctor, and when she wasn't doing her work, she'd be out playing the pipes and heading round to Highland games and collecting tunes from here and there. So Alan wrote her this tune, and I like to think I've got a little connection to this tune in that I was also brought up in Wales, and Dr. Flora came from Wales before she moved up to Scotland too. So we'll play these two. The first one is in D, and it's pretty straightforward. I'm sure many of you will have heard it even. It's a two-parter in D, and I'll play that 3 times. And then we'll carry on with the Dr. Flora's tune and play that in A, and I'll only play that one twice because it's got so many parts. So yeah, hopefully you'll pick it all up. I won't play them too fast. For anyone with a keen eye, you'll have noticed that I've got a low C on my mandolin, and I occasionally play a couple of notes on that, but they'll just be a replacement for ones higher up, which I'm sure you can find. So yeah, here we go with The Rolling Wave. I'll give you a count in. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
All right.
These guys are winning the theme so far.
Yes.
Maybe better than any other leaders.
Possibly.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, they really went all in on the theme.
Yeah,
With the two names especially.
Yes. Some are easier than others. You know what the theme is for the next one?
I forgot.
Outer space.
Oh, yeah.
That's
That'd
going to be a hard
yeah.
one. So you guys can think about it you have a week, actually, to think about outer space.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Oh, I mentioned at the start that we have a bunch of cool things that are happening in the next week or two. Some of which we're involved in, some of which we're not. But I'm going to tell you about two of them right now real quick. One is the Gulf Coast Canoe is happening on Saturday and Sunday of this week. And there are two things you can do. You can take workshops. There's a full day of workshops with some of the most amazing Irish trad players that you can imagine, including Nuala Kennedy, who has been on the session a couple times.
And Kevin, who's been on the session.
And Kevin and John Doyle, Marla Fibish.
I think it's Fibish.
Fibish?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I've been saying it wrong.
Yeah.
Damn it. Marla Fibish and who am I missing?
Grania Hambley.
Oh, Grania Hambley.
Yep.
Was that 6? Oh, Liz Carroll. How
And
could we
Liz
forget?
Carroll.
Okay, so they're doing a online festival on Saturday, workshops during the day, and then a concert, which is part of the reason we are so tired. We have been producing the concert mostly. Chris has been doing it, and it is spectacular. We are biased, but even if we weren't biased, it's spectacular. So this is a concert that you actually have to buy a ticket to. So please go to their website. Oh, here's their beautiful poster with an armadillo.
Yep.
The armadillo with a bouzouki. What does the armadillo have?
Maybe a banjo.
Banjo?
Looks like it's
Oh,
got,
yeah.
What are those called around the
Metal
edge?
things.
Yeah, the metal things that go on the banjo.
Yes, so you have to go to their website to sign up for the workshops, which I think might be full, but you can get a concert ticket, and the information is down in the description as well for that. That's on Saturday night. And then the following Sunday is Father's Day, and you may recall that we did a huge Mother's Day concert with 47 people. Well, that was not enough, so we have now 81 people for the Father's Day concert. Which is going to be really great if we survive to that point. We have a poster which has everybody's names on it, which Anna Colliton made for us. You can see there are a ton of names there. There's so many that we can't even read them. But mark your calendars for that. It's going to happen on this channel, and it's free. You can just come and hang out with your dads or with your families, and it'll be pretty cool. We are also doing Father's Day orders, which we did for Mother's Day. We filled about 60 orders, which are custom performances by Tune Supply artists. Lots of the people you see on the session and other people. Chris and I don't actually play on them. We just make them happen. We distribute them to the people who buy them. They're all custom done just for your dad or whoever you want, and you can get those on our website. Here is how you do it. You go to Get Tunes Now, which is up in the right-hand corner, and you click where those arrows... The arrows are not on the website, but...
We should put them in case
that'd be good.
People are confused.
Yeah. You can go to Personalized Gift Performance and get a little something for your dad. Okay, cool. So we have one silly thing that we're doing tonight. If you come to the session, you know that I do lots of silly things.
What?
I'm not sure that Chris likes all the silly things I do.
Yeah, they're all great.
You have a good poker face, as somebody said in the comments last time. Anyways, we do have this pet dinosaur who is currently on a adventure with TJ. But we have some other animals. We have this bird, which actually just got named, by the way. Do you want to introduce this bird's name?
Oh, yeah. We'd like to present the session with our pet pigeon, Toast.
Toast is the name of the bird. So we have avocado and toast. Okay, and then we also have this beautiful wren that Amy Bogard made for us, which doesn't have a name yet. I kind of just like wren for the little bird.
That's nice.
This is less silly than the other things that we have. This is a gorgeous piece of art. Anyway, so Avocado is out on an adventure, but some of you might know that Avocado has a fan club on Facebook, and I know that Avocado has lots of young fans who watch the session. So recently we commissioned Avocado to answer some questions that were submitted to Avocado through a Google form, which I'm actually going to put in the comments right now. There it goes. So if you want to submit some questions for Avocado, you can. Especially we'd like to hear from kids who have questions for our pet dinosaur. So Avocado is not here, but he or she left a message on the answering machine.
Because we have one of those.
That we didn't even know Avocado had. Clearly has been talking to other dinosaurs through the dinosaur phone service. There's all sorts of things that we don't know. Anyways, we wanted to share an answer to one of the questions that was submitted through Avocado's fan page. This one is from Luke Johnson. Avocado is going to introduce the question. Okay, here we go.
The question is, what type of sauropod are you? Well, Caitlin and Chris like to call me a diplodocus, but technically I am a supersaurus. I know what you're thinking.
It's not a dinosaur.
That is not a real dinosaur.
It's not.
But oh, it is. And that's what I am. I lived about 153 million years ago, and I weigh 40 tons, and I'm about 110 feet long, as I'm sure you can clearly see. I am one of the longest dinos who ever lived.
Wow. I didn't know there was such thing as a supersaurus.
I'm not sure if that was entirely factual.
I
Avocado.
believe it actually is factual. Because I know. I'm not going to say how I know, but there was actually a dinosaur called the Supersaurus.
I see.
For real. This is scientifically factual information. So anyways, I just saw that Avocado just said hi through TJ in the comments.
Great.
Thank you, Luke, for submitting your question to Avocado. If you guys want to submit questions, you can do this if you're not a kid. That's totally fine. But if you are a kid who's watching and playing music out there, feel free to submit questions, and we will have more answers from Avocado. Okay, that's the end of the silliness for tonight. That's it. That's the only silliness, which is a low amount of silliness for this session.
We do have the silly picture. Do we want to show that?
What's the silly picture? Oh, yeah.
The avocado picture.
Oh, it's a serious picture.
Yeah.
Okay, in case you're new, this is what Avocado actually looks like. Now Avocado is dressed in a spacesuit right now because of the dinosaur that's in space, but that's actually an avocado plant that Avocado is farming right there. Right. So you can see obviously 110 feet long and how much? 40 tons or whatever.
40 tons, clearly, yeah.
Whew. Okay, so anyways, let's go on to some more tunes, and the kids out there can fill out the avocado form while we are playing some more tunes with the Ewans.
We're going to go over to Anna and Alasdair.
Oh, oh my gosh. Oh.
So we should introduce them. Huh?
Geez. Okay. I got so excited about dinosaurs that I forgot that we have a special guest who's two guests who were not on the program, who we added at the very last minute, and then it is, oh my gosh, I'm turning red. Now I'm matching my shirt.
You match your shirt.
Okay, sorry. We have Anna Colliton, who is obviously an incredible Baron player, but she also did our logo up there and does our posters and all of that. And she is married to Alasdair White, incredible Scottish fiddle player who arranged all of the musicians for these sessions. So we asked them last minute if they would play a few tunes, and they did, and we're going to go to them, not the Ewans. Okay. Here we go.
Ahoy, matey chums, and other assorted nautical things.
Nautical things.
Yes. Lifeboats are in the lie, and Calmac ferries, which are nautical. But nice.
But a terrible place to get breakfast.
Yes. Depending on the boat you're on, I suppose.
Huh?
There's three tunes here. The Duck, which is a semi-aquatic bird, written by Donald MacLeod, and The Full Rigged Ship, which is fairly self-explanatory, and Stan Chapman's, also known as Willie's Trip to Toronto, which is not nautical, but nice. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
nautical things.
That's great.
Excellent.
The duck, a semi-aquatic animal.
Semi-aquatic bird.
A semi-aquatic bird. I was just saying to Chris, one funny thing that we've realized during doing the session, both about ourselves and people in general who play on the session and watch the session, we all have some strange stuff in our houses.
Yes. Like a lifeboat.
Like a lifeboat
tapestry.
poster. And obviously we have all sorts of funny stuff in our house. It's amazing what you can find in your house if you're looking for something with a theme.
Indeed.
Also, Alasdair's hat had a bison on it.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have your pictures now that we're going to share. We just got some during that last little segment there, which I think Chris did magic and got them into the folder. So let's start with the ones that came in a while ago. Okay, and I bet you can guess who this is from.
Yeah, this is Angela Botzer with a lovely picture of the Cliffs of Moher.
Angela Botzer continues her winning streak of sending a picture every week.
Yes, good.
Okay.
Let's see. This says Debbie Watson, the Rideau Canal in Ottawa.
That's gorgeous.
Or I don't know how you pronounce that. Rideau?
I believe that you can skate on this in the
cool.
winter. It freezes. Catherine, this is Kate Gregory, who is playing tunes later in the session
good.
on an adventure, obviously whitewater rafting in, I would guess it's in Colorado.
Very good.
That looks like fun. So Laura Johnson sent this in. I think she said she took the picture in 2002, but it's of a Balinese temple that was built in 1633.
Very nice.
The Ulan Danu Baraten Temple. Beautiful. Peter Kaysen sent us in a picture of Hyde Street Pier where he either works or volunteers. Can't remember, but we got some tall ships there.
Good.
Makes me want to go sailing. Okay, now Steve Harbison sent in 2 pictures, and they're both great.
It's a series of pictures here.
Yes, and the captions on these were "Getting ready for the Scottish session tonight."
Yeah.
So this is the first one. So
This one is getting ready. Yeah.
This one's getting ready. And here is the haggis.
Great.
The food for tonight. Thank you for sending those in.
Nothing like the canned haggis.
Yes.
There,
Amazing. Okay. And TJ sent this in. This is the New York skyline. It just looks like tiny, I don't even know, like icicles or something, stalactites in the distance there. That's Jamaica Bay. And then Chris is going to now put onto the screen the ones that came in after we started. So don't worry, there's a little bit of black space here. But, okay, you'll recognize these people, hopefully, Mario's folks.
Nice.
That's Rogan on the left there with her family.
I think she said that was at Galway Bay.
Oh, beautiful.
Good.
Excellent. Okay, and then Nicholas just asked if you could send this in.
He said it was a booklet or pamphlet from the Howth Sea Scouts, which his grandfather was a member of.
Very cool.
Very nice. And one more from Elena Smith. This is Peggy's Cove in Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia.
Somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
Very beautiful.
Thank you for sending in all your
great
pictures.
photos,
I love looking at the ocean and outdoors. We haven't been going outdoors. We went outside for the first time in a couple of days yesterday, and it was great. It was like really nice outside. Okay, this time we're actually going to have some tunes from the Ewans.
All right.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Here we go.
Okay, we're going to slow things down a wee bit just now, and we're going to play the melodies to 3 Gaelic tunes in kind of waltz form. They're all songs, they've all got words. The first song is Truagh nach Dh'fhuirich mi Tioram mir tír. It's a pity that I didn't stay dry on the land, which is a song that goes back to when there used to be a lot of whaling, and it's often known as the South Georgia whaling song. Then we're going to go into Balaich and Iasgaich, which means the lads of the fishing, and then the last one's called Pheigi a ghràidh, or Peggy my dear. And that's a love song that was written by a guy who was deep sea at the time when he wrote this song. So 3 Gaelic songs, all entirely connected with oceans and waterways. And excuse me if I burst into song at times during these as well. Gaelic waltzes here for you.
Beautiful. Lovely.
It's really hard to play the violin and sing at the same time.
Yes, I imagine.
Have you ever tried it?
I can't even play the violin, so no.
That's the first step. When I try to play the violin and sing at the same time, my voice goes to the note I'm playing,
Yeah.
whether I want it to or not.
Right.
It's very strange. That was amazing. And there were a lot of letters on the screen. Did you have to type all those in?
No, I used a trick.
Used a trick?
Yeah.
Was it called copy and paste?
Yeah.
Excellent. Chris has been teaching me all the keystrokes, secret keystrokes that he uses.
Shortcuts.
Oh, shortcuts.
Yeah.
I don't even know what they're called, but they're great. They save a lot of time. It's quite excellent. Okay, so it's the halftime.
Great.
We're running basically on
right
time.
on time.
Yeah. So if you're new here, we have a little spot in the middle of the session where our in-person session manager, Miriam Buell, does a poem that she wrote, and she writes it specially for each session about the leaders. And we have continued that for the virtual session. So I haven't heard the poem yet tonight. Have you?
I have heard a part of it, but I did see that she apologized in the comments for mispronouncing Ewan's name.
Oh.
So
I'm sure they'll forgive her. I'm sure it will be fine. Okay, so let's hear the poem.
Hi, Maria's friends. Wearing my French sailor's cap, oceans and waterways. Hope I pronounce everybody's names correctly tonight. I'm known to mangle those. A horrible poem tonight to thank Owen and all the special guests for joining us. It's a Thursday in June, and we've got tunes by some Scots. Get 'em fresh here, waste not, want not. They're hot off the griddle, or should we say fiddle. And you know they're handmade. We never use bots. And speaking of bots, or should I say boats, as oceans and waterways have things that floats, I'm not in the Highlands, but Manhattan's an island with fabulous canyons and huge river moats. But I digress. Thank you, Owen, and all special guests for keeping tunes flowing. And we'd be remiss without Caitlin and Chris. On the Good Ship Tune Supply, you've got an awesome thing going. Please, everybody, chip into the box if you can. Caitlin and Chris, hope you have a lovely break. Thank you so much. You more than deserve it. And please, everybody, stay safe. Eat your kibble. See you soon. Bye.
Solid poem, Mimi.
I
Thank you for
love the look. That should be a normal look for Mimi.
that. Yeah. I think we can excuse the mispronunciation because it really contributed to the rhyme scheme.
I was thinking if
So-
she had said Ewan, what would she have rhymed it with?
Right.
Because Flowen and Ewan
Yeah.
would not have
Yeah.
worked.
So it's,
Wow.
I think, poetic license.
Poetic license. It's all good. Great. So Mimi showed the box there. You all know the drill, or most of you know the drill. If you can spare a few bucks to throw in the box as you would at the normal session, that is how we pay all of our leaders and keep this going. We are going to go for a while more, at least until early July. We're taking Monday off, in case you didn't hear. But after that, we resume. For the time being, we are going to keep going. I think it's going to be a while still till the pubs open here in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Chris was saying, what were you saying about possible time frame for Zone 2 or whatever?
Well, I just read that Upstate is going to, in New York, they were reopening in phases. So I think they're going to phase 3 soon, Upstate, which involves in-person dining reopening. But in New York, we just started phase 1 on Monday. So I think it's going to be at least a month or more before the pubs are open.
So we're playing this by ear as we go. Get on the mailing list so we can update you if anything changes. But for now, we'll keep going. We also have the weekly membership. If you are tired of clicking on the links that I incessantly put into the comments about the contributions, if you click that link once, there's the weekly membership there that you can do if you would like. And the cookie deal is still on for now.
Still happening.
The cookie deal is explained in that link as well. We are doing custom tune supply order plus cookies made by me and sent to you in a priority mailbox.
As many as will fit.
As many as will fit in the box. We will do that for another week or so. We have a lot of flour to use up because you all were so kind in sending us flour. So there's a few more opportunities to get your cookies if you go to that link. Okay. We are now going to introduce a really special duo that we have, and so I know some of you have been waiting the whole session for this to happen.
Very patiently.
Very patiently. So one of the cool things about playing sessions, as you all know, is you can go anywhere in the world, just about, and find a session where people are playing, and you're usually welcomed with open arms, and you know all the same tunes, or at least some of the tunes, and you can play anywhere in the world. So we wanted to open this session up to guests from other places, which we have been doing on our world tour, and recently we were referred to a couple people from the Denver Irish music community. First, Margot Krimmel on harp, who was here a few weeks ago, and then she referred us to the duo that is coming up now, Kate Gregory and John Mullen, and they were so kind as to record outside so that we could get some gorgeous scenery.
Yeah.
There's also birds chirping.
And it's really on theme because there's a little koi pond that you'll see.
Yes, there's water, and they have some props and all sorts of stuff. So we first want to say thank you to them for taking the time to record some tunes for us, and they get 100 extra points for being very on topic with the theme. So enjoy this. It's a song and tunes.
Song and tunes.
Song and tunes from Kate and John.
Greetings and welcome to lovely but landlocked Boulder County, Colorado. I'm John Mullen, and I'm joined today by Kate Gregory.
Hi everyone, how are you doing?
And Kate is delighted that we don't live together, so we are going to be doing a socially responsible mask thing here for as much as we can. In keeping with our theme of oceans and waterways, we're accompanied here by this lovely photograph of the Gulf Coast of Florida, where we have spent many, many days and hours at the beach and the strands down there. The sand is just as you see in this photograph. It is as white and as soft as confectioner's sugar. So we are going to be doing some tunes today with the themes of oceans and waterways. The water is wide, I cannot get more. Neither have I the wings to fly. Give me a boat that can carry two, and both shall cross, my love and I. thank you very much to Kate for joining us and collaborating. Thank you to Chris and to Caitlin for keeping her lit. Thank you so much to my wife Kathy for recording us today. And most of all, thanks all of you who make this all possible, and especially if you can share what you can and contribute to sustain this marvelous project. We're delighted and hope you all stay very well. Keep strong. Sláinte.
Thank you.
Woohoo! That was great.
Woo!
Ooh!
Yeah.
Those were some woos from TJ, by the way, I think. Were
Thanks,
they both
TJ?
from TJ?
Yeah.
That was so lovely. I really enjoyed the fish in the pond.
Yes.
That was cool. And I'm jealous that they get to sit outside and play in that gorgeous
no
setting.
outdoor space we can access right now.
No, and there's construction on our building's roof, so we're trapped. But thank you so much, John and Kate, and we will have you back for another set at some point. That was just lovely. I was thinking about, somebody made a comment about the connections being made, and that happens in real life, obviously, when you go somewhere and you play in a session. I don't know if you guys have done this, but I always take my violin wherever I go in the world, and I always look for the session. And there is almost always a session.
Yeah.
I've played in like the southern reaches of Argentina. There's an Irish session there. And the connections that are made both musically and personally are long lasting, and it's really cool that we get to do that on the internet. However, it will be extra cool to actually go to Colorado or to Asheville or wherever all you guys are and play some tunes in real life at some point. Hopefully soon, when it's safe.
Yeah, yeah.
I also saw somebody said in the comments that Celtic Colors is not happening. I didn't realize that.
It's very sad.
That is quite sad. We went for the first and only time 2 or 3 years ago. 2 years ago. And oh man, what a lovely festival. In good news, however, I haven't actually told you this. Troy McGilvery is going to be a guest on the session.
Oh, excellent.
With John Whelan coming up soon.
Oh,
so
great.
that is going to be a spectacular session. Yeah. Not as good as Celtic Colors, but almost as good. Okay, we have one more cool special guest. So we received an email last night or this morning, I can't remember. The original email actually had no name attached to it. It was just a video, and it was of Joey Mullen playing the accordion by the ocean. And if you're a New Yorker in the trad scene, you know that Joey Mullen is a great accordion player. I don't think he's come to sessions in the city as much recently, or perhaps not just the ones that I've been to, but he used to go to Dempsey's all the time, and I think Sláinte. And this video of him, he was actually in my head the other day. I was thinking, I should see if Joey wants to be on session. And then this video popped into our email.
Amazing.
Perfect timing, and also right on theme because he's right next to the ocean. So we have one more special guest tonight, Joey Mullen. We're very excited to have him. Here he is. Great. That was awesome. I asked Joey, after we figured out who sent the video, and there were lots of emails back and forth, I asked if he wanted to be an actual guest on the session. He said yes. So we will hopefully have him back at some point.
Great.
Great. Okay. And somebody just said that Celtic Colors is going to be online this
Cool.
year. So keep an eye out for that.
All right.
Okay, we have a few more sets, and since I've been doing too much talking, as usual, I think we just go back to the Ewans because we haven't heard from the Ewans
All right,
in
let's
quite
go
some time.
over to Ewan and Ewan.
Here we go.
Okay, we'll try. This is a slightly unusual session tune, but it is a session tune nonetheless. It's quite well played over here in Scotland, and well, probably in lots of other places by now. I'd say it's actually a Swedish tune by origin. This one, and it appeared. Well, I first heard it anyway on an album by the band Swap. And it's written by a guy called Ola Bäckström from that band. It's a 4-piece band with 2 musicians you probably heard of, Ian Carr and Karen Tweed, and 2 Swedish musicians, Ola, as I said, and Karina Normanson as well. So it was a Anglo-Celtic Scandinavian mashup band, and they were absolutely fantastic and probably recorded 3 or 4 albums, and I'd heartily recommend absolutely any of them. So yeah, go and check them out. So this tune has got a really unusual title. It's called I'm Not Fed Up of the Pacific Ocean, to go with our nautical themed section here. So yeah, as I say, it's not a difficult tune. It's just one of those ones. It's quite easy to get confused which part you're at, because the 3 parts are really quite similar in a lot of ways, but not exactly the same. So there's subtle differences. Yeah, as I say, it's not difficult. It's got a really great groove to it, which is the main thing to keep in mind when you're playing this tune. My personal connection to it is, well, obviously loving the tune when I first heard it, but I used to play it a lot with the late great Angus Grant Jr. from Shugalnifty. He would come up to sessions I used to run in Stirlingshire on a regular basis, and this would be one of those tunes he would pull out of the bag when everything had got a bit too manic and all the tunes are going too fast, and he wanted to change down a gear and everything to chill out. So it's got a really great groove. It's a really good one to join in, and as I say, it is a pretty well known tune. So yeah, get your ears around it. It's in D. It's kind of in a 2. It's got a 2 feel. You can count 4 as well. And it's, yeah, I suppose you could think about it as kind of a slow reely thing, but it's a groovy tune. So I'll just play it for you, and you can get behind it and join in. I'll play it 3 times and see how we get on. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Great.
We were dancing along. That one has
Yep,
a
that's
really
true.
nice lilt to it. And I love the name. I
share that sentiment.
Yeah, the Scottish tune names are even better than the Irish tune names.
Yeah.
Actually. Okay, so we have one more. We have a lot of community material today.
Oh, yeah.
And we actually, despite having what may have appeared like a couple of reports from the field already, we actually have not done the official report from the field. And this one, I've been waiting to put on the session for a few weeks, actually, because I knew the theme today was coming up. And we received this from Peter Rahill many weeks ago, probably a month ago now.
Yeah.
And I've waited to put it on for today. And you'll see why when we go over to it. Chris was playing along there. Did you?
Yeah. We can't get through the ocean theme session without out on the ocean.
No,
of course.
And I almost put it as our set, but then
Yeah.
I remembered that Peter had played it already. And of course, Rolling Waves. Did we have Rolling Waves at the beginning? Right.
We did, yeah.
With the Ewens. Excellent. Thank you, Peter. And he just put in the comments there, he was out on a 38-foot catamaran, and we showed the dolphin
the
footage.
dolphins, that was the other part of that submission, right?
Those were a joint submission, but I wanted to save that for this session because it was absolutely perfect for the theme. Okay, and yes, you guys can send in reports from the field if you want to. You can just send them to our normal email address, and we'll throw them up. Extra points if they have animals.
Yes.
Those get put to the top of the pile in my book.
The bears have already been on twice.
The bears have been on. I could just watch bears all day. And dolphins and such. Okay, we have one more set of tunes from the Ewens, and then we'll do our usual last set. But let's see what they've got.
Okay, folks, we're going to give you some Strathspeys and reels for you just now. The first one is called Munlochy Bridge. There's a bridge involved, so there's a waterway involved. Bang on theme. Then we're going to play The Back of the Change House, followed by a couple of reels, the first of which is an Addie Harper tune called The Barrowburn Reel. The Barrowburn is itself a waterway. Then we're going to finish off with Little Donald in the Pig Pen. Okay, 1, 2, 3...
Ewan and Ewan.
Nice.
Also, we noticed in Ewan's video that he has the same exact desk as Chris has.
Yep.
Like the same IKEA desk.
Exact same.
Good
taste in desks.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah, very nice.
That's great. Cool. Okay, that was very cool. I don't know a lot of the tunes that were played. However, I know the Barrowburn, and that is a rockin' reel. You got to learn that.
Yeah.
Chris was just commenting actually yesterday about how much cool new material has gone on the session.
Yes.
Like it's a good a good chunk of tunes to learn once we have some time. Okay, so we're almost to the end here. We're gonna play you one more set. We're not gonna play it for you. We're gonna play it with you in a moment. Two more upcoming things that you might want to know about. The first one is the Irish Arts Centre here in Manhattan, where I have taught for the last 10 years, which is unbelievable. Moved its classes online for the semester that just ended. It worked great, and so they are offering a summer program, which is 6 weeks long and starts in July, first or second week of July. It is I teach fiddle, but there are tons of other teachers teaching all sorts of other things, and there's also another fiddle teacher, James Cleveland, who has been on this session. So if you are interested, you should check it out. You can do it from anywhere. That's the cool thing. Yep. And there's all sorts of world-class teachers, not just music, also Irish language, storytelling, and I think even dance.
Oh, cool.
I don't even know how that's happening, but check it out, Irish Arts Centre. And the last thing is Bloomsday on Broadway is happening on Tuesday. Tunes of Play arranged the music for it. It's Chris and I and Nuala Kennedy, Brenda Castles, and Cuivin Vallely. Is that right?
Yep.
And we didn't know when we arranged the music that this was going to have a truly all-star cast of actors, including Stephen Colbert and other famous people, which scared us once we heard that they were all on the show.
We had to go double check all the pieces that we'd submitted to make sure they were acceptable.
Yes. But it's an all-day event on Tuesday on Symphony Space's YouTube. Literally it starts at 7 a.m. and goes all day. So go check that out if you're a James Joyce fan.
I'm glad that one is online and you don't have to go anywhere at 7 a.m.
Ooh, yes. We did the in-person one last year and it was long, but it didn't start at 7 a.m. It started, I think it was 4 hours long or something, but it will be a marathon. Anyways, lots of stuff to do if you are in need of stuff to do. I also hope that people are getting outside, and I know we're having less people attend the session lately, and actually I think that's good because...
That's probably good. That means people are doing other things with their lives.
Yes, I think that means that people are not spending all the time online, which we're very much in support of. So hopefully you're getting to enjoy the summer weather. Okay, we're going to play one more set of tunes. Hopefully you can join us. These have nothing to do with the theme. They're just tunes that we liked, that we like. First one is Fox Hunters. I'm putting this on because I was thinking of Felicia today. It's Felicia's favorite tune, I think, and one of my favorite tunes. And then the second one is The Roaring Barmaid. We're going to end with Roaring Barmaid, even though Johnny Cuomo has decreed that you should never end a set with Roaring Barmaid. Did you know that?
I did not. Why? Is there a reason?
He doesn't like it. He doesn't like the ending of it. He thinks it should go into something else. So hopefully Johnny's not listening, and nobody send it to him because I will get in trouble. But we'll end off with these two to send you out into the summer evening. All right, here we go. Okay, ready? One. What are we playing? Slip jigs. Okay. I gotta count to 3. I'm gonna count to 3 here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Fanciness as usual on the last tune there. A whole bunch of things happened in the comments, but I just have to look. There were some things I wanted to say. Let's see here. John Redmond came.
Hi, John.
Hi, John. How are you? Let's see, what else? Oh, Avocado's Adventure. Yes.
Oh, yes. That'll be on next week.
He or she is on the adventure
currently
right
on the adventure,
now.
yeah.
So we can't show you the adventure. The Avocado is not even in the house.
Yep.
He or she is away. We can't say where. In good hands.
Mm-hmm.
But we will report on the adventure. It's a giant, grand adventure on the next session, which, this is a good segue, is not on Monday. In case you are joining late.
Yep. No session Monday.
There is no session Monday because we are working on other projects and maybe resting, but probably not. The next session is a week from tonight, Thursday, and it has on it Pat Mangan from Riverdance. And Pat has put together, he's calling it a Riverdance reunion. Declan Masterson on guitar, and I had this wrong earlier, Jason Bernard, not James.
Oh.
Dancing. So we're going to have a Riverdance step dancer on the session, which is really fun. And Matthias Kunzli, who is an amazing percussionist, not just Irish stuff, and he's on my record playing all sorts of percussion instruments I had never heard of before. He brought them out. So that will be a really cool selection of people from all different parts of the musical world. That is next Thursday, not on Monday. Was there something else in here?
John hopes that Avocado is not in the spacesuit in the heat.
No.
He is in fact not. Avocado took off his or her spacesuit today.
Yeah, because the adventure is not in space. So it's something else. We can't give it away. It's going to be great though. And then Christine said she agreed with Johnny that Roaring Barmaid should not end the set. I don't know. I kind of like it.
I don't mind it.
We might have to have Johnny on to discuss this topic. Maybe we should have a call-in with Johnny. That would be fun, actually.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Let's do that. Okay, so we're going to work on things, excitement for you, as we usually do. I'm going to put the link to the contributions in the comments one more time. I know you guys get tired of me doing it, probably, but that is the way that we keep this going. It is entirely supported by community contributions, and, of course, we pay the leaders the same that they would get paid for a normal session here in New York, because Tune Supply's what do we call it? Goal, basis, was and remains that we want to help musicians who have lost all of their income during these strange times. So thank you for anything you are able to give. We shuttle that over to our guest leaders and keep this going as long as we can. Is that it? Let's see.
I think so.
The thanks, which
Big
is
thanks,
your job.
Yeah, big thanks to Ewan and Ewan for the lovely session. And also thanks to Alasdair and Anna for stepping in at the last minute. And special thanks to Alasdair for organizing all the music for this session and the other Scottish session, which you may have seen, a few weeks ago?
It was only like a week and a half ago.
A week ago, yeah. And also thanks to John and Kate from Boulder, Colorado.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Joey at the
Joey
last
Mullen,
minute.
Yeah, right.
And Peter. There were so many people
so
on
many
session.
guests today,
It was great.
Yeah.
I hope
Thanks everybody.
Forget anybody.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Avocado.
Thanks to Avocado,
Thanks,
wherever you
TJ.
are. Thanks, TJ. It was great. Thanks, Bob, for the French fries.
Yeah.
Mary. Thank you, everyone. This has been a great session. To end, we're not ending the session, but to end off.
End the week.
To end the week, and we will see you in 1 week.
Yep.
Check out all that extra stuff that's going on that we talked about. It's all down in the description. And we hope to see you at the Canoe this weekend.
Yes, Saturday.
As well. Hopefully, even if you just come for the concert, trust us.
It's good.
It's worth it.
It's good.
All right. Okay, so see you in a week.
Okay.
Bye,
Good
everyone.
night.